Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to today's program. It's been a very long night, a very long day, whatever you call it. We've been up. Let me fix this one so that it will look correct. See, uh, it's been a very, very long night. We were monitoring the court the court session that was supposed to have taken place at the appeal court in Nigeria, where Omoyele Shore's case was supposed to be heard. And we found out later that the court would not even sit to listen to the case. The case was not even listed among the cases for the day. Very frustrating. And we monitored all that. It was sad. Shore got there, and they were not even ready. Can you imagine the kind of country that we have and the kind of judicial system that one is supposed to trust? We can't trust that kind of judicial system, I'm telling you. So that's what we monitored till the early hours of this morning here in Toronto. And today we want to x-ray some of the burning issues that are going on in that country called Nigeria. And some people are like, Chidi, why don't you talk about other African countries? I'm telling you, I really, really want to talk about every African country and tell you what's going on there. But it's just that Nigeria just takes number one spot all the time. It takes number one spot. But that's not to say that there are not things happening in other countries of Africa. Unfortunately, what should I say? Unfortunately, yes, unfortunately, we want to see good things happen there, and as long as we don't see good things happening there from the leadership, you have to understand we are focused on the leadership. When we don't see any good thing happening there, we try to hold the government to account. We like to hold them to account. We like to hold them accountable. For instance, can you imagine that Lagos state government that has been in the forefront of showing us how they are fighting coronavirus, how they built this isolation center, they spend these billions, they spend that billion. Here in Canada, in North America, I will always compare these places because I want people to know that when people come here from Nigeria, when they come here, they don't behave like people from the Niger area. They behave like human beings. So the problem is not with the citizens of that country, because when they come here, they excel in everything that they do. They are the percentage of doctors here who left that country to North America is almost more than the percentage of indigenous. When I say indigenous, I mean people who were originally born here in North America. You will not believe that. Go and look at the amount of people who graduate from the universities. You see why we are so upset, why we say that that country is completely collapsed, while some people think it's a zoological republic and some people think it's a jungle. We think no, that's an insult to the animals living in the zoo and in the jungle. We're still looking for a better name for what Nigeria has become. Can you imagine that Lagos State, instead of taking care of their health workers as they do in other places and in this place where we live, they have sacked their frontline health workers unjustly amidst the rising cases of coronavirus in the country, more than 30 healthcare workers attached to 2 of the Lagos State isolation centers, they have been disengaged. Just like that. They say the affected workers who were part of the first set of volunteers at the infectious disease hospital. This is the first set of volunteers. People who said, look, this thing is dangerous, but when nobody even understood the ways that you could fight that virus, when people did not even understand what you were supposed to do, these people volunteered themselves. These are people who volunteered at IDH Yaba, that is Infectious Disease Hospital, and those drafted to the Onika Isolation Center, including medical doctors, nurses, and pharmacists. While the details of those disengaged health workers at the IDH are still sketchy as of the time of filing this report, those from Onikan Isolation Center include 8 doctors, 12 nurses, and 2 pharmacists. Now, this is a report that we got from Premium Times, and it says that that 3 of the disengaged officials, comprising 2 nurses and a pharmacist, have tested positive for coronavirus. They are currently on admission at the isolation center located at Agidingbi area of Lagos, where infected healthcare workers are being managed. Many frontline health workers across the various isolation centers in the state have not received their remuneration in the last 2 months, sources said. Can you imagine? This is a state that is showing us how they are spending a lot of money, and yet the people that are the important ones, you are not even paying them for 2. What kind of a people are we sometimes? You eat money, eat the money, take feeding bottle out of the baby's mouth by the money that you eat. Anyway, just to let you guys know that that is the situation coming out of Lagos State. I want you to pray for healthcare workers back home, because these guys, they are, let me tell you what they said. It says the intended colleagues, the results of their coronavirus test revealed that 3 of them were found to be positive, the newspaper learned. The infected colleagues cried when the results came. Mind you, they did not cry because they got infected. They cried because after 3 months of taking big risks, they were not being supplied with adequate material, yet they did not stop going to work. All that the state could do was to throw them out like a discarded item. So while the 3 positive cases were moved to the isolation center in Agidingbi, the others were asked to vacate our hotel in Ikeja and should report back to their place of their primary assignments and without 2-month pay. Another frontline worker who is yet to be disengaged said. Meanwhile, when they were asked by the reporter for his comment on the development, the team lead said as a civil servant he was not authorized to speak to the media. You know, I am an employee of the government. I cannot talk to you. Thank you, Mr. Adeshola said. Used and dumped. The affected workers have condemned what they term disappointing manner of their disengagement. They saying that they were simply used and dumped by the government. You see the kind of news that is coming from your government. Yeah? They were supposed to be paid 675,000 each, while the nurses received 480,000 each. But for us, at the first set of volunteers who were drafted to open on it, it says, for instance, doctors who started the COVID-19 work at IDH in Yaba as pioneer responders received 675,000. Meanwhile, for us as the first set of volunteers who were drafted to open Onikan Center in April, our first pay came after 6 weeks, and doctors received 574, while nurses received 380,000. Anyways, that is about those doctors and those nurses. I'm still talking about doctors and nurses. Remember the young doctor who was killed in Zamfara State? Well, this young doctor, the case is actually interesting to us because this guy was a student of the school that I and my wife attended. That's the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and he was a doctor there. And it is painful when we heard about his death. Well, it's from what we are hearing now is that doctor was killed by a gang of kidnappers. But this gang of kidnappers, officially the police will say they're a gang of kidnappers, but underground story has it that it is Boko Haram who killed this doctor. And the person who was actually directly involved in the murder of this doctor, when he was arrested, we're talking about the murder of Dr. Enoch Obara. This guy said that he was given 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira. That is the worth of human life for these people in Nigeria. 5,000 naira. So this medical doctor who spent how many years practicing? How many years practicing? This is how they ended his life. Ended his life by receiving 5,000 naira. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? 5,000 naira. For those of you who did not follow that story, I'm going to put up his picture so that you see this person that we are talking about. It is very, 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 very extremely painful. And this is how these people have gone around, and they are just messing us up. They are messing up the whole place. This is the young doctor, Dr. Enoch Bara. This guy is a graduate of my school. Can you imagine? Look at the young doctor. Went to work all the way in Zamfara. He didn't have to go all the way up north to go and work. But look at how he ended up. It is so painful, honestly, very, very painful. And this is a result of insecurity that we keep talking about. So much insecurity, not even job security. You see how health workers are not taken care of, and they had to die. Now look at how this doctor just ended up. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to fix something. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back to you. Okay, guys, I'm back. It's really a very sad. It's very sad thinking about how they just wasted this guy's life. If you don't know the story, I think you should go back and read it up and see how they just wasted the life of that young doctor. Imagine how many years it takes for someone to study medicine and go through is they go through long years of housemanship and all of that, and to just his life be wasted like that, it is very, very, very annoying. So we will continue to sympathize with his family and everybody who is directly involved in with him. It is very, very annoying, and like I said, we all went to the same school, and we feel so much for him and his family. Now, we told you we bring you also news from around Africa before we finally come to our main news for today. Don't go away, because today we are trying to analyze what exactly is going on in Nigeria. You guys remember? You remember this? This I had showed it, but then I took it down again. But you remember this picture? This picture of a Ghanaian star. Somebody actually covered it with something. Remember this picture of a Ghanaian star that went and was she went and showed a picture of herself and her child, and people really, really descended on her. Well, it's not just the people descending on her now. Guess what? The Ghanaian government has said no, 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 we don't agree. This is a picture of Ghanaian actress Akwaben Polo. She was arrested over her nude photo with her 7-year-old son. You see, it is important that we talk about these things, okay? Now, this Ghanaian actress and video vixen Akwaben Polo has been arrested over her controversial nude photo with her 7-year-old son. The arrest comes days after Child Rights International petitioned the Inspector General of Police in Ghana. So he had to take outside Ghana, petitioning the Inspector General of Police to investigate her over the controversial birthday photo with her son, which went viral on social media. In the photo which she posted on Tuesday, June 30th, the actress went completely nude in a photo shoot with her son to celebrate him on his 7th birthday. She said she decided to go naked in front of her son, who was only in his underwear, because she gave birth to him naked. According to Ghanaian media, Akwaben Polo has been picked up by operatives of the Criminal Investigations Department (CID) and is being sent to the headquarters of Domestic Violence and Victim Support around Ministries Unit. Support unit around Ministries in Accra. Hey. This is the kind of story that you don't even know how to put your mouth. Only that other people, the other wannabes who want to blow. Shebi, you see now, I know a lot of you already started planning how to take your own picture with your son, because you know we copy and paste a lot. Once we see that one got a lot of viewership, that's what we are going to get ready and do. But now you see why that's why we did the story about Hush Puppy and all of this thing. And people say, Chidi, why do you go and do all these stories? Why don't you just focus on what we are all about? Why don't you focus on the struggle? The reason why we go about doing these stories is because the people, especially the young people, who are the ones that should know better, the young ones who should be involved in the struggle, they are the ones who are wasting their time following all of these things that are happening, things that are not important. So the reason why we go and bring out this story is to be able to teach our young people that is not the way. It's just a flash in the pan. All these people you follow on Instagram, you follow on Twitter, you follow here and there, just because they have whatever million followers, and they do one kind of stupid thing and they get popularity, they gain popularity. Listen, it does not last. So the reason why we come back and show you how these people ended up or what happened to them is to discourage you. Your country is going up in flames. Nothing is working in your country. Your future is being traded upon by a few people. They are selling you, they are selling your future, they are selling everything that you are, everything that belongs to you, and you're busy just twerking and being on Instagram and every other gram. It doesn't help. Okay, so I just saved some of you who were still planning on how to go and take a picture with your naked child. Okay. Did you hear what somebody even said? So how about if a father goes and takes a picture naked with their daughter? How would that look? So let's just leave that story. It's not good. It is not good. If you are one of those people who go around wasting your time on things like that, please don't do so. Remember, today we want to x-ray the cabal and the cartel inside Asu Rock. That is what we're going to look in detail today. It's not going to take time, but before we go there, just a quick breaking news. This is a news coming out of the United States of America, and why we are particularly interested in this case is because of the implication that it has for a lot of our young people who are schooling in the United States of America. I don't know if you have heard this, but US has said that anybody, and listen, this is anybody, I'm talking about everybody, international students may need to leave United States if their universities transition to online learning. Have you heard that? If, and not if, it is what will eventually happen. Everybody, as schools are planned to reopen in September, most schools will go online. And what they're trying to say right now is that for people who are in America with a student visa, they're trying to say that if the schools go online, if they start using online platforms to teach, there is no reason for you to remain in America. That's a very, very serious one. Very, very serious one. You know the implications. What it means is that a lot of people, the ones that, are my brothers and sisters who are running away from the terrible condition in Nigeria and they find themselves abroad. You know how it is, how a lot of people are abroad, with school as their reason for immigration. Now what it means is that they may have to lose their status because they will be deported. This is news that we got out of CNN. It says international students who are pursuing degrees in the United States will have to leave the country or risk deportation if their universities switch to online only courses. Immigration and Customs Enforcement announced this on Monday. The move may affect thousands of foreign students who come to the United States to attend universities or participate in training programs, as well as non-academic or vocational studies. Universities nationwide are beginning to make the decision to transition to online courses as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. At Harvard, for example, all course instruction will be delivered online, including for students living on campus. For international students, that opens the door to them having to leave the United States of America. You see what that means for those people who are in United States on a student visa. I am really feeling for them. I just feel very, very bad for these people. So if you have someone who lives in the United States of America right now as a student who is hoping that they would be able to maybe convert their studentship into like becoming residents in America, they need to start planning on what is their next step, because that's where the government is going. It is pathetic because these guys, if it doesn't work out, they will have to come back to the same Nigeria that they were running away from. How can you even describe that? Running from frying pan into fire. Nigeria is not a place that anybody is happy to live in now. Show me somebody who is happy to live in Nigeria right now, and I will show you somebody who is either a member of the cartel or they are a member of the cabal. Two sets of people, the cabal and the cartel. Did you hear me? Yes, the cabal and the cartel. That's what we have in Aso Rock right now. These people, remember, there used to be a cabal and there's a cartel. Right now you're asking me, Chidi, which one be that again? Who is the cabal and who is the cartel? Let us define it and then we'll find out who is who. Now, the cabal, the definition of cabal is a secret political clique or a faction. Secret political clique or a faction. Okay? So when you hear that the cabal is a secret political clique or a faction, who do you think was the cabal? And let me go ahead and tell you that the cabal, that's why you no longer hear us talk about cabal, because we knew who the cabal was. The head of the cabal was Abba Kyrie. And they kept operating, and we kept shouting that it is cabal that is controlling things in Aso Rock. People did not understand. Well, when the leader of the cabal permeated completely, when he was no more, then trouble arose for the cabal. They started to disintegrate. They were in confusion. And they started hearing all kinds of stories. And then right now that the power, that's what is causing the problem now in Aso Rock. Immediately the cabal lost their power. That is when they said there was already trouble in Aso Rock, because of course now is no longer news. If you still believe that Buhari is the person there in Aso Rock, then I don't know what is wrong with your thinking faculty. So the cabal, since they have lost their main oga who they take orders from, people who are loyal to the cartel. So let's now go and look at the definition of cartel. This one I'm doing it live. Nobody say they go they do guesswork. No, they do live. So the cartel is a coalition or cooperative arrangement between political parties intended to promote a mutual interest. A coalition or cooperative arrangement, RNG, between political parties intended to promote mutual interest. Now, when you look at the situation of APC, you know very well that APC was an arrangee between all of those political parties. Then Tinubu's old political party with Amechi them PDP faction with our guy was Mustafa them and Buhari them own political party. All of them come together and they defeated Jonathan and then be the cartel. So now all of them win the election, all of them enter government. But when they can't reach for Asu Rock, now there the Cabal can say, no, wait, we are all equal, but some people are more equal than others. And so they started to pepper the other members of the cartel. But now that, because now the Cabal, now then they at the head, now then get the real power. Now when they don't destabilize themselves, now when God don't destabilize them as he promised, the cartel is regrouping. But only say inside the cartel now, inside the cartel too, they come they talk say some people are more equal than others. That's the reason why your Jagaband, in fact, where the new poster now, the new poster where we do, I will show you, or I will just manage the one where we no put one small r, but I need you to see this one. Just carry yourself, put r for the middle. So what we have now is the Cabal versus the cartel, and I want to show you one very, very important and leading member of the cartel where you hear now is nobody else but check out this person. They even get special uniform. I am waiting for the time, I'm waiting for that day, waiting for that glorious day when people like this they shall yet wear another uniform that is not just having this. You see that custom Jagaban, you see that custom uniform, they shall yet wear another uniform. Now me the prophesy, I'm telling you, if you like, say Chidi, this one way, one day in this our generation, you will see this same person that is wearing this custom made Jagaban cloth. This person will wear a custom made, in fact, yes, now custom made prison uniform. If he is lucky enough to wear that prison uniform, you will still see him wear that prison uniform, specially made for him, specially designed for him. And I would like them to write Jagaband. So we will keep this picture, because by then the power would have gone back to the citizens, and we will make sure that we make a very, very custom made prison uniform that they will inscribe Jagaban behind it, and that is what we will give to Tinubu to wear when finally everything goes back to the people. The power belongs to the people, whether in the bigger Nigeria, whether in the breakup republics of Biafra, Oduduwa, and anything they like to do. Sorry, I have friends up in northern Nigeria, but we don't know how this whole thing will be. But make I just focus on the west and the east. So anyhow, where the whole thing turn around eventually, there are people that will not escape at all. They will be made to pay their price. So that is why you're seeing all kinds of funny things. Look, things don't scatter since when Abba Kyrie died. A lot of people, they were weeping profusely. The reason why they were weeping is because they know that their own has ended. Nothing for them anymore. So these are the people that are crying now. These are the people that are weeping. It is also because of this tussle between this tussle between the cartel and the cabals that has led to the stories that we are hearing right now. You know, when the story broke up, what do they call it? Is it break up or break away or whatever? When the story was broken, if we use only that one, I think we can manage when the story was broken. When this story about this person, about the EFCC man, Magu, when the story broke, people said, no, it is not true, blah, 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 and this one, you people, why are you people spreading fake news? We say, sure, you're calling the news that we are spreading fake news, even when you know that we got this news from a reliable source. That source was that news, the people that were first to break that news are Sahara reporters. And we reported that news from Sahara reporters because Sahara reporters is the number one, that is the most credible news establishment right now in Nigeria. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm telling you, if you hear a story now and you don't go and check it with Sahara reporters to see whether they reported it, you are on your own if you go and carry the story. So even in some groups where I belong, I saw some people who had posted the news. They quickly went back and they deleted it. When Sahara reporters said that they arrested Magu, and then DSS came back the next day and said, no, it's not true, we didn't arrest him. People just started pulling the story down. We did not pull the story down because we knew that the source of the story was credible. Forget that people try to put other people down. So right now, after all the shenanigans, after going up and down, after pretending, what are we hearing now? That security agents ransack. So first of all, we didn't arrest him at all. We heard that it's in Aso Rock. Oh no, it's not in Aso Rock. Oh, they just invited him. They just invited him for routine questioning. It is because of the collapse of the Cabal, who were the godfathers of Magu. That is why the Cabal has taken over, and the Cabal, the Cartel is now in charge. So the Cabal is collapsing, and the Cartel, they are now the ones in charge, and they are the ones that are now shaking up the whole place. Magu is getting it hot because Magu is a product of the Cabal. That is what is going on. But whether the Cabal or the Cartel, these people are very bad people. All of them are very bad people. I'm not saying that him being arrested and being questioned is in the interest of people. It's not in the interest of Nigerians. So, no. Don't deceive yourself at all. If you go and think that this thing is happening because they love your country, they are fighting corruption, it is a capital lie. Everything is because of their own selfish interest. In fact, the reason why they are trying to get rid of the guy is so that they will get a chance to do everything that they want to do. And like Moele Shore said the other day, they are sending a signal to some people, including somebody like Tinubu, Jagaban. You see that bullion van that you would, can you imagine? You will proudly, boldly display bullion van in front of your house. Let somebody come and touch you now. They are coming after you. So, as you can read, operatives of the Department of State Services and Nigeria Police Force this on Tuesday, which is yesterday, stormed the Abuja home of the suspended EFCC boss Ibrahim Magu and ransacked it. This EFCC chairman that we told you how he's living in a 40 million apartment, giving contract to furnish the house to the person who is paying for the house. In fact, all of this just shows you now him, now them. Now him they pay the money, now him they collect the money, now him they do the contract. And this is EFCC chairman. Can you imagine? Security agents arrived at Mago's house at Abdul whatever street, Karu site on the outskirts of Abuja and carried out a thorough search of the apartment. They reportedly went away with vital documents found in the apartment. Magu is currently being investigated over allegations of corruption leveled against him by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami. He was suspended by the presidency today to allow him to face the probe panel investigating the allegation of corruption. And when we tell you people that Asu Rock is in trouble, that nobody is in charge, you no go understand. You still they argue with us. Anyway, that's what we see more. I don't even know whether we can say pray for that country. Okay, we have an update. We have an update of the story. My Oga, if you know, you know, just sent me an update, and this update is also coming to you via Sahara Reporters. By the way, when I got to know how I could do like this. The last story you heard, I brought it to you guys through Worship Media. So you can also go to Worship Media. We have an online site. It's www.worshipmedia.ca. All of these stories that we bring to you, our videos, everything is there. So you can even just go there and you'll get stories ahead of everybody else. I'm just giving you expo. This is for those of you who are faithful on this channel. I'm just letting you know you can go to Worship Media website and you can read all of these stories, so that when we come here and we're talking about it, you'll just be telling your friends that are sitting around you, I know the story now. You people are still here. No, me, I know the story. And they'll tell you, how do you know? I say, are you joking with me? They joke with me. I beg. Me, I don't see all those things. The latest updates about this EFCC man is that suspended acting chairman of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, he was detained for a second night since his arrest on Monday. So why are people still claiming that the man was not arrested? You see, DSS, they can lie. Say Mago was arrested by a joint team of operatives of Department of State Services and men of Nigeria Police Force, and they took him to the presidential villa where he was grilled for so many hours. This now Buhari man, and you think Buhari is there and he will allow it to happen? No, Buhari, but the man has traveled since. Ask Nnamdi Kanu will give you exact locations of the man's trip and details of the journey, if you care to know. But if you are like a lot of people, just take this story and stop giving yourself headache. Some people go and research and they know which one is the truth and they know which one is the current one, and they package it and they bring it for you. Why not you just take the story that is already packaged for you and stop giving yourself headache? Okay? So we are telling you what is the real gist, because we know information is readily available, and we try to, I won't speak English like who is this guy, that comedian, Shaggy. Anyway, it said that's the news we have for you. This is from Sahara Reporters. So just take it from us that the guy has not been released. He is still in detention and that is the story. That's the latest update about him. Guys, we promise you that we're going to bring you Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast. We normally bring it a couple of hours from now, about 3 hours from now, but it's not going to happen. News reaching us has it that let me tell you. News reaching us has it that Nnamdi Kanu wrote on his page, and he said, "I am sorry to announce that there will be no live broadcast tonight due to the pressing need for a national assignment. Once the date for my next broadcast is set, it will be communicated to you. Thank you very much." This is from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and that is what that's the update from us concerning the broadcast that was supposed to happen. Please, I want to beg you guys something. You see all these people that come, even not even include me if you like, but you see everybody that comes out and they shout and they bring you updates about what is happening. You need to really treat them with respect. You need to honor them. You need to appreciate them. Stop being a problem on top of the problem that they're already trying to fight in the countries of Nigeria and Zoological Garden and the Niger area. Please conduct yourself properly, especially when you come on platforms where these people are giving a broadcast, where they are sharing a video, where they are streaming live. Don't come and because when you're just typing, you don't even hear what they're saying. You mustn't be there. If you don't like somebody's broadcast, just leave. Just leave and go elsewhere, or just turn the thing off. Okay? I just say, let me beg you people. And if I see you come to our platform, I begin to talk something that doesn't make sense. Everybody is free to air their opinion, but if your opinion is, if you turn yourself into a nuisance, we'll just turn you off and delete you completely. That's what I'm saying. I will tell you. So when you come, behave yourself. Okay? If the thing catch you that bad, just use your phone, not that Nokia Touch. Buy an Android phone or iPhone and log into YouTube. It is free. Log into Facebook and start your own broadcast, and then all of us will gather and come and see how to do it. Show us how to do it. Don't just come and be making noise and disturbing other people. I don't beg you. This is like your last warning. And for all my good people, we're on a day. Let me tell you guys, because you support us, because you encourage us, because you always come back, I want to pray. I just realized from my friend yesterday, actually I mentioned his name, Ono Wibo. I was on his program yesterday as an observer, like all of you. You're surprised that I go to listen to other people's broadcasts. Yes, I go there, I make comments, I support them. I was there and he was praying for all of us. So in the same vein, I want to pray for everybody who is supporting us. My prayer is that the Almighty God will come and support you in whatever you are doing. Anybody that fashioned any weapon against you, it will not size you. Now then go wear them. Anybody that digs any hole for you, now then go jump inside them. I'm telling you, when they plan for you, they come your house, that day you go travel. I'm telling you, the day that you are in your house, they will travel and go and do it in their own house. Nothing shall be impossible for you to do. All your dreams that are in line with God's plans and purposes for you, it shall be accomplished in your life in Jesus' name. That is my prayer for you. And I want to really appreciate you on behalf of my wife, that you guys are the reason why we keep doing what we're doing. You send us emails, you send us text messages. You don't know how that encourages us. And some of you even go all the way to click on our chat, support super chat, and you sow seed there, $5, $10, $20. We appreciate all of those things. You may think it is small, but I'm telling you, it goes a long way. Just the fact that you are supporting us, it means that you believe in what we're doing, and that encourages us. Please stay safe, take care of your families, and be the best that you can. Don't let anybody steal your happiness from you. And like always, from the bottom of our hearts, we love you. Bye bye to everybody and all of you. Bye bye.